Princess Luna and the Brave Shepherd. Once upon a time, in a beautiful kingdom where wildflowers bloomed in every meadow and crystal-clear streams sang gentle songs, there lived a kind princess named Luna. Princess Luna had hair as golden as sunshine and a heart so pure that even the grumpiest forest creatures would smile when she walked by. Princess Luna loved to explore the peaceful valleys around her father's castle. Every morning, she would skip through the gardens, picking flowers for her mother the queen, and every afternoon, she would visit the village to help wherever she could. The people of the kingdom adored their sweet princess, and life was perfectly happy. But one dark and stormy night, something terrible happened. From the deepest, darkest part of the forbidden forest came a wicked creature that no one had ever seen before. It was Grimlock, an enormous evil monkey with fur as black as midnight, eyes that glowed red like burning coals, and a laugh so scary that it could make flowers wilt just by hearing it. Grimlock was not like the playful monkeys that lived in the fruit trees near the village. This monkey was filled with jealousy and meanness. He had heard about the beautiful, happy kingdom and Princess Luna's kindness, and it made him furious because no one had ever loved him. Why should that princess have everything? Grimlock snarled, his sharp teeth gleaming in the moonlight. I will take over this kingdom and make everyone as miserable as I am. The very next morning, Grimlock swung into the kingdom on twisted tree branches. With his powerful magic, he cast a dark spell over the land. The flowers began to droop, the streams stopped singing, and a gloomy fog settled over everything. Worst of all, he captured Princess Luna and locked her away in a tall, thorny tower that grew up from the ground with his evil magic. "Help me!" cried Princess Luna from the tower window. "Someone please help." But Grimlock's spell made all the brave knights in the kingdom fall into a deep, enchanted sleep. The people were scared and didn't know what to do. The king and queen were heartbroken, offering a great reward to anyone who could save their beloved daughter. Days passed, and the kingdom grew sadder and gloomier. The evil monkey Grimlock sat on the castle steps, cackling with glee as he watched everyone's misery. But there was one person in the kingdom that Grimlock had overlooked. On the hillsides far from the castle lived a young shepherd boy named Thomas. Thomas was not a knight or a prince. He was just a simple boy who took care of sheep, wore patched clothes, and had dirt under his fingernails from working hard every day. But Thomas had something very special, a heart full of courage and love for his kingdom. Thomas had not fallen under Grimlock's sleeping spell because he lived so far away in the hills. When he came down to the village to sell wool, and saw what had happened, his heart filled with determination. "I may not have a sword or armor," Thomas said to himself, "but I cannot let Princess Luna suffer. I must try to help her." Thomas was clever as well as brave. Instead of rushing straight to fight the powerful monkey, he spent 3 days preparing. He remembered all the stories his grandmother had told him about defeating evil creatures, and he gathered 3 special things. First, he collected water from the sacred spring hidden deep in the mountains, water so pure it could wash away any evil magic. Second, he found his grandfather's old wooden staff, carved with symbols of protection that had been in his family for generations. Third, and most importantly, he filled his heart with love. Love for Princess Luna, love for his kingdom, and even love for the poor monkey who had become so twisted with anger and loneliness. On the 4th morning, as the sun rose over the gloomy kingdom, Thomas walked bravely toward the thorny tower where Princess Luna was trapped. "Grimlock," Thomas called out in a strong, clear voice, "I challenge you to face me." The evil monkey swung down from the castle walls, his red eyes blazing with fury. When he saw that his challenger was just a simple shepherd boy, he threw back his head and laughed so hard that the thorny tower shook. "You? A dirty little sheep boy thinks he can defeat me?" Grimlock sneered. "I have magic powers that can crush mountains. What do you have?" Thomas stood tall and held up his grandfather's staff. "I have something you don't understand, Grimlock. I have love." "Love?" Grimlock spat. "Love is weakness." "No," said Thomas gently. "Love is the strongest magic of all." The battle began. Grimlock used his evil magic to throw bolts of dark lightning at Thomas, but the young shepherd was quick and clever. He dodged and rolled, always staying just out of reach. When Grimlock created walls of thorns to trap him, Thomas used his staff to break through them. But Thomas knew he couldn't win by fighting. Instead, as Grimlock grew tired and angry from missing his attacks, Thomas did something unexpected. "Grimlock," Thomas said, lowering his staff. "Why are you so angry?" "What?" The monkey was so surprised by the question that he stopped attacking for a moment. "You weren't always evil," Thomas continued. "Something hurt you, didn't it? Someone was cruel to you. And that's why you became so angry." For the first time, Grimlock's red eyes flickered with something other than rage. For just a moment they looked sad. "Everyone always feared me," Grimlock whispered. "Even when I was young, other animals ran away because I looked different. No one ever tried to be my friend." Thomas felt his heart fill with compassion. This was his chance. He pulled out the pure water from the sacred spring. "It's not too late, Grimlock," Thomas said kindly. "You can choose to be good. Let me help you wash away all that anger and loneliness." Before Grimlock could react, Thomas threw the sacred water over the evil monkey. The moment the pure water touched him, something magical happened. The black fur turned to warm brown. The glowing red eyes became kind and gentle. And the scary fangs became a normal monkey's teeth. All of Grimlock's evil magic disappeared. The thorny tower crumbled away, and Princess Luna floated safely down to the ground. The sleeping spell broke, the flowers bloomed again, and the streams began to sing. But the most amazing thing of all was that Grimlock began to cry, not angry tears, but tears of relief and gratitude. "Thank you," Grimlock said to Thomas. "Thank you for showing me that I could be good. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused." Princess Luna, being as kind as she was beautiful, walked over to Grimlock and gently patted his head. "Everyone deserves a second chance," she said sweetly. "Would you like to stay in our kingdom and be our friend?" Grimlock nodded eagerly, and from that day forward, he became the kingdom's protector, using his strength to help people instead of hurt them. The king and queen were so grateful to Thomas that they offered him anything he wanted as a reward. Thomas, being humble, asked only to continue taking care of his sheep. But Princess Luna had fallen in love with the brave, kind shepherd boy who had saved her with love instead of violence. "Thomas," Princess Luna said, her cheeks rosy with happiness, "you showed more courage and wisdom than any knight. Would you like to be my husband?" Thomas's heart filled with joy. "Princess Luna, I would be honored to marry you, but I'm just a simple shepherd." "And I'm just a girl who happens to be a princess," Luna laughed. "We're perfect for each other." So Thomas and Princess Luna were married in the most beautiful wedding the kingdom had ever seen. Grimlock helped decorate by hanging flower garlands from the trees with his long arms, and all the people celebrated for 7 days and 7 nights. Thomas became Prince Thomas, but he never forgot his humble beginnings. He and Princess Luna ruled the kingdom with kindness and wisdom, always remembering that love and compassion are stronger than any magic. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. Our story. Moral of the story. True strength comes not from power or magic, but from courage, kindness, and the willingness to see good in others, even those who seem scary at first.